Good morning and welcome to Winnipeg. There is not going to be a sunrise to see this morning. Nope. About half an hour ago I checked the weather radar and it looks like there's a snowstorm moving across Winnipeg. In fact, it's kind of starting right now. So I had gone out yesterday afternoon and I shoveled a little path down to the street because I'm expecting the mailman to be bringing me a parcel today. And it looks like I'm going to have to go and shovel it again. I'll wait until the storm passes. It might not be much of a storm, but and if you get out there right away while it's light and fluffy, it's quite easy to shovel. It's after it gets packed that it gets kind of hard. Anyway, for those of you who don't have snow, you don't know what it's like. You don't know what you're missing. Oh, one of the viewers commented, a fella down in Australia, and he says that he's going to have 41 degrees Celsius today. That's nice and warm. And I told him that would melt my snow in a hurry. Trouble is, I can't get that heat over here to Canada. Or maybe I should say up to Canada. Anyway, what's going on here now? Well, I came back to the model table yesterday afternoon, and I didn't press record, so you're not going to see me doing it. But I perused ahead to I think it was step 24, and in step 24 we finally find out what it is that we're supposed to be putting down on top of all of this. And I just wanted to see how much of it is going to be covered, and so that I'd know what to paint and what not to paint. Oh, and by the way, I finally got it right as to what it was that I missed. We'll look at that in a minute. I'll just have to recompose. So yeah, let's carry on here. Okay, now it's kind of funny. I'm getting sort of this, almost you might say, a deja vu experience going on here. But while I'm pointing this out, I can almost remember doing this before. But anyway, maybe I just thought about doing it before. You'll notice right here, this little portion is not painted with the number 77. I didn't carry on, in other words. Whereas on this side, it is. Now, I'm still kind of wondering how much of this that I'm touching right now, and that maybe the tops of these, should this be? No, I don't think I want to paint the top right there, the top of that railing. But I was thinking possibly this might look better if it was painted. Now, I perused ahead in the manual last night all the way to the very end. And this stays open. There is nothing that is supposed to go in there on either side. But it does stay open right to the end of the build. So this whatever it is, cavity, I thought we'd be putting something in there maybe, but no. And okay. Well, you can see right here, at least I think you can. Let me just twist this a little bit here. Okay, excuse me. When I'm gluing this all together, I'm going to want to make sure I have this shoved in. It has a tendency to want to pop out. But I think it'll look a lot better if I remember to shove it in. Okay, all of these pieces are loose here. Okay, now we're back to where we were. I was noticing last night that it might be easier. First of all, when I put this part on and had it in place, I just couldn't get these little pegs to line up with the holes. So then what I did was I put it together like this. Okay. And I found it, excuse me, a lot easier to, there. That was pretty lucky. I thought I was going to have to fight with it for a while. Okay. Anyway, this isn't going to be for several days yet. Like I say, it's in step 24. Now, some of you will have noticed, in fact, I know some of you did because I've received a comment indicating that you noticed that I accidentally, you might say, started yesterday's video about, 15, well, exactly 15 minutes ahead of when I normally do. Now, here's what happens. You can see my mouse moving around here. Okay, so we go and we click schedule. This is about one of the last things I do after I've uploaded my video onto YouTube. So I click schedule, and then it gives me the drop down here, and normally I will select, if I can find it here. Okay, here we go, 5 p.m. Okay, I normally select 5 p.m. But I guess I must have inadvertently got it at 4:45. Okay, so that's what happened here. Yeah, time zone, local time, and yeah, that. Just thought you might be interested to see these settings. And I just wanted to explain why it was yesterday's episode was 15 minutes early. I had not, that's not going to be the norm. We're going to go back to 5 p.m. Okay, now I don't want this tape to fold over the edge because I just want it to just sort of help me here. Try and get it into the corner. Okay, I think that'll help. This way I'm going to keep the 77 off of the, going down the side of the bulkhead here. At least that's the plan. I'm going to do the same on the other side. Of course, now it's kind of hard to see in there. Well, I'll reposition everything. Now I know somebody's going to ask, why didn't you mask off the planking? Well, it's been my experience with masking off planking that the tape does not get right down into the little cracks in the planking, and then it wicks its way underneath in the lines. And I think I can probably do a better job. At least I think I can. See if I just checking here now. Yeah, I can get pretty steady here, I think. I was going to use my wider brush, but maybe this one will work. Or I could use both maybe. I'll use the wider one first to just get this part right here. Why can I not get comfortable here? Yeah, I think this will work. Okay, we'll just double check and make sure our tape is on all the way along. I think it's pretty good here. Might have to give it a second coat here. Okay, now we'll use the smaller brush. I've gone and stuck it a little bit too far into the paint. Maybe see if I can just go up a little bit closer to the planking here. Kind of trembly this morning. Okay, I think we're going to just leave well enough alone here. Did I get that edge? I think I did. Now hopefully when I peel the tape off, it won't have run down onto the bulkhead. And I think maybe the time to take the tape off is now before it sort of gets brittle. The paint gets brittle, I mean. Can I grab a hold of this one here? Yeah, that kind of worked. Okay, I'm not going to mess with it. I think it's going to be good enough. Okay, I have painted this and it is dry. However, I'm looking straight down on it, and it looks like it's wet. It looks kind of glossy, and I was wondering why is that? And then I realized it's probably the paint retarder. Yeah, it changes the paint and makes it so it's not as flat. I'll see if I can move my spotlight around here so that you can see it. So let me stand up. Okay, I don't know if that worked or not. I guess I'll know when I get to the computer. Okay, so I'm just setting up here to continue on with step 18. And I see movement out my front window, and I look up, and here's my neighbor out there at this very moment cleaning off my path for me. Wow. I'll tell you. I know I've said this before, but we have such wonderful neighbors. I'm telling you, this is a great street to live on, if it wasn't for the snow. Okay, let's see if we can continue on here. We got to get these three pieces here mounted on the front. And I guess I have to turn this around, don't I? Very carefully. Now I got to remember how, not to pick these things up like they were just out of the plastic bag. Okay, yeah, it's going to go like that. All right, and then careful how I pick it up now. Now these have to go on. Okay, this one will probably go like that. This one will go like that. And then this will go in the front. Yeah, that's should work out all right. I wonder if I can use the elastic band thing again. That kind of worked. Well, it'll work on the front here anyway. I just want to make sure I don't put too much glue on, because the elastic band will sort of ooze into the glue and deform the plastic. Okay, let's recompose here and get ourselves organized. Okay, I have not tried this yet. This is the same rubber band that I used the last time. And I'm noticing we got a couple of little platforms sticking out the sides here. Same as we did on the other side, and I think this should work. I'm just going to do a dry run here without the parts in. And now, what would be the best way to go here? Should it be, maybe I could just slip the I don't want to scratch anything. Well, the rubber band shouldn't scratch anything. Okay. Well, no, I'm going to have to just take this off, I guess. That makes more sense. Whoops. Come back here. Where did it go? I'm way over on the other side of the table, of course. Alright, we got it. Well, maybe put everything in place, and we'll do it this way. No. You know what? Why don't I get that heavy weight and put it right on here? I'll keep it from sliding around. Shouldn't, you know what? I'm getting ahead of myself here. I have not glued this piece down. It's just sort of snapped into place. We're not ready yet to put these on. I gotta glue this on. You know, so let me grab this here. I want to turn this up and show it to you. Okay. I am wondering if maybe I can glue it better from coming at it like this. Now, just let me move the camera up just a little bit here. And I'll back out a bit. All right. Now, one of the viewers made the suggestion when I was gluing this piece down. And he said, why don't you just glue along the inside edge of the part that you're putting down instead of trying to glue along there? And that's what I'm going to do this time. I'm just going to put glue all the way along the inside here, and then we'll just let it run down. And you know, put a little bit here and a little bit here, and it should make contact right there. At least that's the plan. So let me get myself reorganized here. I'm wondering if maybe I can't get our Revell contactor to work here. It might have to be cleared, I don't know. I know there's some in there because when I shook it I could hear it rattling. Okay, we'll try this again now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look at that. Little piece of soot floating around here. It likes me. Now, hopefully this is going to okay, put this over here. Get rid of this soot. Okay, now another one. Okay, now. all it has to be, it doesn't have to be really, really good or really, really strong. It just has to hold in place here. Okay, and we'll put a little dollop right here and a little dollop right here. Now, all being well, gonna have to turn this over again. I need 3 hands. It's like a little fly. Okay, well, now all of that glue is not going to make contact everywhere, but there should be enough pieces, places rather, that are going to, I was going to say periodically, but that's not the word I want. Okay. All right, let's just leave that for a while. Okay, this Revell contactor takes quite a while to dry. So I'm not going to be able to do anything on this for a few minutes. I'm thinking maybe about an hour. I'm going to just edit out everything I've done up until right now and see what we got. I just got back here to the model table a few minutes ago, and I'm going to cut this episode off. But what I was going to say is that I noticed the mailman walked down the street carrying some letters, but he didn't have a little package with him, and according to the post office, it's out for delivery. So maybe it's still in his truck and he's going to deliver the packages after the mail. I don't know. Anyway, I guess I'm not going to get to show you what it is. I had been kind of hoping it would be here. It's sort of model table related. Well, maybe there'll be an extra this evening. In the meantime, thanks for watching, everybody. And all being well, we'll see you tomorrow or in the next episode.